Hello and welcome to American Mogul. Today we are going to discuss the Stimmy Cheque sell-off. Sorry, my medication working hard on me. Hard to talk. It been a rough time for me. But never mind about me. Let's talk about the Stimmy Cheque sell-off. Why is it happening? Why it gonna happen? Okay, first, I think everybody realizing that is the end of the stimulus checks. That's it. If the vaccines are working and the economy opening up, then why is there going to be any more stimulus checks? Now, think about this. That 90% of all markets are owned by the top 10% of the wealthiest people on earth. So that leaves 10% of the market for retail investors. Yeah. Now, retail investors over the last couple months have gotten their butts handed to them in call options. Yeah. And you have to think, who is making the most money? The big banks, the big investment institutions, they're the ones that sell the options to the retail investor. And do you think they would provide this without knowing in advance that they are going to make huge amounts of profit? Think about it. 90% of all options, call options and put options, expire worthless. And 98% of all of those options, if they're weekly options, expire worthless. You have 2% chance to make money in these option markets. Most of the time, you get your ass handed to you, yeah? But let's talk about the stimulus check. Why I said that before is now you get $1,400. If you got your ass handed to you by a stock market, are you going to put that $1,400 back in? Yeah, maybe a few people do, but most people, when they get stung once, they don't want to get stung again. They say, you know what, had a good ride, ended up I lost my shirt, time to call it quits, take this money, save it in case something happened. Now there are a lot of people unemployed. No matter what the baloney numbers are, there are more than 20 million people unemployed. Those are the ones going to get the vast majority of stimulus checks. Because the top 10% that own 90% of the market, they are not getting stimulus checks, so they don't care whether they get it or don't get it, it doesn't matter. About 450 billion is going, of the 1.9 trillion, is going to the general public. The other 1.5 trillion, approximately, is going to states, it's going to municipalities, cities, it's going to shore up these entities that have been running big deficits and get them all sort of level, yeah? So 1.5 approximately trillion is going to be wasted money, wasted, Because even if they shore up everything, you think these governments, local, municipal, state governments, are going to be fiscally responsible? No! It's let's go again. Let's do all that crap again. Yeah? Like I said a million times, you put government in charge of the desert, and very soon there will be a shortage of sand. So you have 450 billion, which is that relief package. Yeah? I think 250 billion is going to be used properly. Yeah? Which leaves 200 billion to spend into the economy. I don't think a lot of that money is going to go into the stock market. Okay? Maybe a couple billion, 5-10 billion, but that's not enough to move a $40 trillion marketplace. That's peanuts. That's nothing. And people are going to start figuring that out. Look, if your market is 40 to 50 trillion dollars, and a trillion is 1,000 billion, and let's say you put all that 200 billion into that marketplace, not even 1%. And not even 1%. So what is it going to do to the market? It's going to do nothing. Nothing. But the talking heads are going to talk it up, yeah. But market not stupid. The big investors not stupid. They know nothing going to happen. Yeah. They got their money. It's already ready. The insiders have been selling like mad men and mad women. They've been selling out, cashing out. Who's going to be left to hold the bags of the rich? Yeah, the retail investor. It always happens. It always happens because big institutional investors, the uber rich, the big banks and trading houses, they have mainframes with algorithms that see every move every investor makes. And they decide when everybody is on one side of the boat, tip it over. Yeah. When everybody on one side of the boat lurches, yeah? So tip it over. The sharks are waiting for all those investors to fall in the water. And that's what's happening. It's been happening since the beginning of trading, yeah? Whatever that was, right? How many people got crushed in tulip mania? Wait! What gonna happen to Bitcoin? India just banned it. I'll make a separate video on which countries I think are going to start banning Bitcoin. And now they have to crash the market so that they're going to use the excuse, the Federal Reserve and government, that all they're going to say, so much money went into the stock market, discombobulating it, yeah, that we are going to issue a Fed coin, yeah, a Fed coin for the next round of whatever that is, yeah, because there is a big overhang of unemployment and forbearance, right, on mortgages and evictions, yeah, which still we don't know how it's going to be resolved, but if the government has anything to do with it, it's going to be a human crisis, yeah. So well, I believe the stimulus check sell-off is the anticipation was so huge of this two basically $2 trillion stimulus package that nobody read about what people are going to get, who going to get it. The majority of the people who are going to get it don't even have a bank account. Yeah, they certainly don't have stock accounts, investment accounts, right? These are going to be small businesses, people who make under $75,000. If you make less than $75,000, you are not really investor in the stock market. You are just getting by day to day. And with 20 million unemployed, that money going to go to food and shelter, if at all shelter, but food for sure. People are going to start to realize that this is a fugazi market, that it is not real, that those diamond hands are not the retail investors. Those diamond hands are the big investment firms, the big banks, because they are making money hand over fist on call options and put options, whichever way it go, yeah. Because you think you are in control or you know more, you are delusional, yeah. You are delusional if you think you are ever going to make anything in the stock market. I've been investing in the stock market for over 40 years, yeah. And my average return is about 5-6%. Yeah, 5-6%. I never go crazy on one. I don't FOMO. I have folly, yeah, fear of losing everything. So I don't invest more than 1% of my account into any one ETF or stock. I never put more than 50% of my account actively trading, yeah, and I never put more than 5% in speculative stock. So, they say 90% of investors lose 90% of their money in 90 days of first investing. Well, I've been doing it for 40 years. I've been through every cycle you can imagine. And this cycle is no different than any other cycle. Right now, what's going to happen, people are going to start to realize, where's the rest of the money going to come from? Where is the money going to come from? Because the high expectation, they fed you, these investment channels, that the $1.9 trillion recovery plan was going to go all into the stock market. That's not it at all. At all. But it gave you impression that that was what was going to happen. And now that the market is realizing, hey, interest rates are going up, inflation is way up. Never mind these baloney CPI numbers, inflation running 20% plus. 20% plus. And the phony numbers that they are giving you are not going to be able to phony them up. Eventually going to come out. People can feel it. They can see it. You know how you feel it? In your wallet. In your wallet. So now you have a situation where the Stimmy checks have come out over the weekend. They're going out this week. Everybody should have it by the end of March, right? And where gonna go? You think it gonna go into Bitcoin? What? Are you mental? You think it gonna go into the stock market? You're even more mental. Yeah. Is it gonna go into gold and silver? Not a chance. Not a chance. Because the majority of the people who are getting the stimulus checks are unemployed or on mortgage forbearance or on eviction patrol. You understand what that means? That means the bailiff is patrolling around their residents to get ready to kick them out as soon as the moratorium is over. Think about this, yeah? Moratorium has been extended 3-4 times, yeah? Because they don't want 40-50 million people kicked out on the street. They don't want to see, people don't care about adults, yeah? They see adults being evicted, oh, so geez, oh boy, oh my gosh, yeah? But they should have been smarter with their money, yeah? Now, when it comes to adolescent children, people's hearts are destroyed. Can't have that. And you know who cannot have that? Politicians. Cause it look bad on them. Because there is no politician stand up and say, yeah, I'm responsible for all this crap that's going on. Oh no. It was administration before, and it'll be the problem of the administration after me. Yeah, I'm here on government dole, right? Because they get paid extreme amounts of money and benefits. Yeah, ridiculous. Yeah, with a golden parachute pension plan, unreal. The crap that these politicians have voted for themselves over the last few centuries. Gone are the days of honest people in government. Long time ago. And I'm not talking about, Aristotle, where the Socrates came up with democracy, realized very quickly how corrupt it got within a very short period of time. And how it expanded to try to keep the corruption at bay but control it. Once it was established, that was it. It had a life of its own. The evil empire, which is the government, and central banks are their stormtroopers, yeah. This stimulus checks are going to cause a sell-off because things that everybody thought were going to happen is not going to happen. Not going to happen. Markets at all-time highs. If you're the elite, the richest of the rich, you had to do some damn nasty shit to get there. You understand? It's easier for a camel to pass through the eye of a needle than a rich man get into heaven. That's thousands and thousands of year old saying. Because the nasty shit you gotta do, it is unforgivable. Yeah? It is unforgivable. That's why you can't make it to heaven if you are the elite. Somewhere along the line, you've had to screw over everybody that you know and don't know. So when the lies start to come out into the obvious category, yeah, Captain Obvious, you're going to see the market start to shake, rattle, and roll and go lower. Yeah? Just like a roller coaster shakes on the way up, it takes off on the way down. I don't think more than 2% of the stimulus checks go into the market or Bitcoin or whatever other crap you want invested. For me, as I said in previous videos, I bought 2 houses, one for cash, and the other one I got a mortgage, just arranged mortgage with the bank at 1.89%. Yeah, with inflation running, in my opinion, at 20%, the bank paid me a whole lot of money. A whole lot of money. Yeah. To buy that house. Because over the next 25 years, I can pay that house off in ever depreciating currency. Right? So, for me, just let it go. I have my shelter. I have my getaway home, bug out house. I have my investment in the stock market, which I am 30%. I've gone up to 30% invested. Right? Because I'm picking companies, 2 companies out of Great Britain, 2 companies out of Japan, a couple of companies in the United States, and then a few ETFs. Yeah, all of them paying a dividend. Yeah, and that the companies have been around 50 plus years. You know the story. Yeah. Will they go up? I don't know. Will they go down? I don't know. Will they stay the same? Who knows? But while I'm waiting, some of my money, right, is the average dividend is 6%. So basically the dividend is in a tax-free account is paying my mortgage payment, right? On the one property that I have a mortgage on. I don't know how long the charade will last, yeah. How long before people start to peer behind the curtain and see that the wizard is a crazy old bastard, right? But I think the realization coming soon that the stimulus checks are going to cause a sell-off. Because think about the fine line. Yeah. People's confidence. If there all of a sudden another surge, yeah, in the virus, and things have to slow down, or there's discussion of no more stimulus, because either you believe we are recovering or we are not, and if we're not recovering, this is going to get ugly like you can't imagine. But if we're recovering, there will be no more stimulus. How can you justify another stimulus package if things are getting better? This was the last kick at the can, because now deficit going to go over 30 trillion. And people don't want the US bonds anymore. That's what's driving up yields, right? And we get back to the stimulus checks with tens of millions of people unemployed, right? Because you gotta understand, those 20 million people estimate, right? Probably more, but let's say 20 million people. It's not just them, they have a family. So it affects 4 times that. There's 80 million people, close to 100 million people being affected, right? Now, another thing you don't think about is the elderly that are on fixed incomes. What support is the government giving them? Nothing. They are stealing from them. Because as inflation goes up, Their fixed income cannot cover their expenses. It's a crisis. It's a human crisis. The elderly are being sacrificed like the future generations are being sacrificed to be indentured servants to central banks and governments. Now you think some of the Stimmy money checks are going to go into Bitcoin? Isn't it interesting that the Stimmy checks come out as India bans Bitcoin and all cryptocurrencies? Well, what a coincidence. What a coincidence. That is a foreboding of things to come. Another country, maybe two, come out and ban it. You're going to see people's Weibos turn to mush. Yeah? Those diamond hands are going to turn to molasses. Yeah? It will melt before your eyes. Yeah, be careful if you own Bitcoin, because this is an inflection point, very serious. It can disappear like that, and all those fugazi things they're selling, what do they call it? FT something or other. You know, you buy a digital, some bullshit digital thing. Yeah, keep buying. Keep buying it. I will buy houses. I will buy physical assets, and you keep your digital and stick it in your place of withholding. Yeah. Oh my God. Are you mentally ill? Are you mentally ill? Back in the 80s, I made a joke about that, yeah? And now, okay, it took 40 years, but now it's happening, right? The world is a strange place. But a Stimmy check sell-off is underway, because people are going to start realizing, that's it. No more money. There's no more money. Because to stimulate again is to say the whole thing is shit. The whole thing is garbage. The whole thing is not coming back. Everything we told you, a lie. That you should know already. Anything that comes out of central bankers, government officials, investment firms, investment news, lies upon lies upon lies. And once that confidence is gone, good night, Irene. Yeah. Well, be careful. It's gonna be interesting. One thing I didn't say is it's not that it's not interesting. It is super interesting. Super interesting. Yeah. You know, I hope for you that you are thinking about your family first. Yourself, your family. Keep yourself safe, healthy, secure, right? And may God bless you and keep you safe. Okay, bye-bye.